I definitely think we're gonna have a nice warm main entree here. Hopefully I can open this up without scorching myself. Ooh, that fried rice has a lot of stuff in it. What's up, guys? Readiness Rations here with you again, and I am super excited about today's international military ration review because I have secured the elusive Korean meal ready to eat. This pack is a single meal combat ration from South Korea. And these things are really hard to get your hands on, and when you can, they are extremely expensive. In fact, it is the most expensive single meal MRE I've ever purchased for the channel. I love Korean food, so I can't wait to dig into this thing. Before we do though, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up to help it out with that Google algorithm. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my future military ration review content. And let me know down in the comments what ration you would like to see me review next. It's actually surprisingly large and heavy. I would definitely say it is significantly bigger than the American MRE. The label here reads, Food Ready to Eat, Combat Menu Number 1. We have our list of contents. The package contains a total of 1,317 kcals. This particular kit was packaged back in 2022, but has not yet hit its 3-year best buy date. That is coming up in August. The back of the package is honestly a little bit overwhelming. There is so much Korean text on this, but it appears the top half here is all preparation instructions and how to heat the meal. These South Korean meal kits have a very interesting flameless ration heater. The entire outside package here is pretty unique in that it seems to be insulated. It feels sort of double layered with a foam interior. Let's go ahead and tear into it here. Man, I can't believe I'm opening this up. It almost feels wrong cracking into such an expensive ration. Ziploc top, and it is pretty packed full here. Our first item appears to be an accessory pack. Our first food pouch is 70 grams of meatloaf, and that feels extremely soft. Can't wait to try that one. Next up is another 70 grams of seasoned sausage, and I can feel some individual links in there. This absolutely massive package is that flameless ration heater I spoke about. They have our main entree pre-inserted in that, a retort pouch containing 230 grams of beef fried rice, and then we have 100 grams of stir-fried kimchi. I suppose no Korean meal is complete without this stuff. And lastly, 100 grams of pound cake. Now let's see what exactly is in this accessory package. We have an extremely sturdy looking spork, a little foldable paper tray to have something to eat out of, and a tiny 10-gram package of chocolate ball. No idea what chocolate ball is, but I'm looking forward to finding out. This is an extremely comprehensive array of food for a single meal, and I think it's about time we dig in, so let's get it plated up. The first order of business will be to get our flameless ration heater going. This is just such a cool design. Everything needed is already included inside. We'll slide our entree back in the slot it came in, and then the top here has a little Ziploc that we need to open. In that, we find this little plastic puller. The reason our outside bag was insulated is because the ration heater actually fits all the way back down into that insulated bag. We firmly grasp our little plastic puller and pull on it. That actually takes a fair bit of pressure, but then the heater activates right away. And check that out, it is already blowing a ton of steam, and this thing is hot. The directions recommend 16 minutes to heat, and here's the little plastic piece that we pulled out. The ration heater itself has 2 partitions, one with a heating pad and one with water, and when you pull this little tab, it allows the water to come in contact with the heating pad, resulting in the heater activating. While we're waiting on that to heat, we'll crack into some of our other items. Let's take a look at the kimchi here first. Oh man. Check that out. Retort pouch, pickled cabbage. Wow, that is a pungent smell, super vinegary, with a little bit of fermentation going on. Oh yeah. Lots of juice in there too. That would have probably been good to pour just straight over the rice. Going off the smell of that kimchi alone, I already know this is going to be a really interesting meal. Now let's get into our sausages. Those appear to be packaged in some kind of sauce. They smell really smoky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sausages total with a fair amount of sauce. I know we're supposed to be opening stuff up, but these weenies are just too enticing. I think I have to go ahead and try one out here. They sort of resemble a little smoky. They are tender enough to cut with the spork, and they look to have a heavily processed meat interior. This sauce that they're in has some tomato in it, and actually a little bit of corn. These have a tangy, smoky barbecue aroma. Now let's down one of these miniature Korean military glizzies. Cheers. You know, those would have probably been a little bit better heated. The sausages themselves are very mild, just a slight, smoky, meaty flavor. The texture is actually quite similar to a dried meat stick. Most of the flavor on this one is coming from the sauce. It is mild, not spicy, a little bit sweet, a little bit tangy, a lot like a barbecue sauce. These are very unique and quite tasty. I'm a fan. Let's get back on track here with our meatloaf. Again, it's suspended in a really interesting looking sauce. I wonder if this one should have been heated. Scoop that one out here. Oh yeah, it's sort of like meat balls or a crushed meatloaf. So far this ration appears to have sort of a theme for the color palette. It's all sort of tomato-based reddish sauces. This meatloaf does look a little bit more like flattened meatballs. There appear to be 5 of those, and the really thick sauce has some vegetables in it. There's a couple little carrot squares, some green pea, and once again, corn. These are extremely soft and mashed with gentle pressure from our spork. That meatloaf has just become meat mush. I believe this little translucent piece here is Korean radish. Let's go in for a taste of the meatloaf. Sweet, a little bit tangy. I was almost expecting this to have a little bit of a gochujang flavor, giving it smell, but it actually tastes unlike any Korean food I've ever had before. It is good though. Get another bite here. Oh yeah, that's good. I was actually able to bite into a meatball with that one, and it had a really nice meaty texture. That combined with the rather tasty sauce is a really good combo. We'll get a look at our pound cake here, but I'm not quite ready to dig into it just yet. Ooh. Take a look at that. It's really large. And appears to be a little bit broken in there. I think we're gonna have to go straight into the compartment because this is just in pieces of pound cake. There really is a lot of it though. It sounds like our ration heater is finally dying down here. Wow, that side's up to 196 and the other is over 200. Holy crap, this thing is hot. I definitely think we're gonna have a nice warm main entree here. Oh yeah, that is scalding hot to the touch. I can barely hold on to it. The retort pouch is 180. Hopefully I can open this up without scorching myself. Ooh, that fried rice has a lot of stuff in it. It's gonna all slide out in one sheet here. Dudes, that smells so good. At 230 grams, it's not the largest portion ever, but combined with everything else, this is a pretty sizable meal. Right away, I'm noticing some sesame seeds in this. I'm happy to see that. We have green pea, corn, and carrot once again. That's sort of a theme in this meal. The rice itself is sort of a medium grain, white rice, and the bits of beef are very small and sort of evenly distributed throughout the rice. It feels pretty sticky. Get a decent sized bite there. South Korean retort pouch beef fried rice. Here we go. Ooh, that's hot. Oh yeah. Savory and delicious. It's well salted and distinctly beefy. There's a fair amount of oil in this. I can literally feel it on my lips. The little bits of corn and carrot add both texture variation and a little bit of sweetness. The peas, on the other hand, are a little bit dry. The sesame seeds add a really nice depth of flavor that I enjoy. I'm always a sucker for rice dishes, so this is right up my alley. It actually reminds me quite a bit of the absolutely delicious Chinese People Liberation Army ration that we reviewed a few weeks ago. If you haven't seen that video yet, I highly recommend it. I will link it right up here for you. On its own, this rice is really tasty, but it was meant to be eaten with these other items, and we haven't yet tried the kimchi. So I have a nice piece of our fermented Napa cabbage here. We can see the oily tomato and chili sauce that it's in. Let's give that one a shot. Wow, that is a flavor explosion. Crisp and crunchy, really sour. Woo! And oh man, that's actually pretty spicy. Man, it'll make your eye little, it's so sour. No joke, this is the absolute best kimchi I've ever had. It has an amazing balance of flavors and textures. It's salty, sour, spicy, and then you get the awesome, crisp crunchiness of the cabbage. That is so flavorful and awesome. It's exactly what this rice is calling out for. That's gonna be an amazing bite. It rounds out that dish 100%. You already have the awesome savoriness of the rice, but with the salt, sour, and spicy of the kimchi, it brings everything together. We'll do the same with a piece of our meatball and rice here. Cheers. It's completely different from the kimchi. The sweetness of the sauce of the meatball also goes really good with the rice, and the meatiness is a nice touch, but a fully different experience. I guess we also need to get a sausage, some of that sauce, and once again, a bit of the rice. It's like I'm eating 3 completely different meals. Each one of these items has its own distinct flavor that makes it unique, and they all mix with the rice awesomely. I don't think we've completed it though until we get sort of a mega bite. So I got some rice, kimchi, a meatball, and a bit of sausage. There's no way that'll be a disappointment. Wow. It just hits you from every direction. The rice is a good base, but the kimchi is the star. This stuff is absolutely delicious. I could eat that every single day. Now let's get a look at our pound cake. It's almost more of a pound cookie. In texture, it's brittle. It breaks very easily, but it looks to be super dry. It has a sweet, almost shortbread reminiscent aroma, but it is a very light smell. I'm a little bit worried this is going to be too dry, but only one way to know. Let's try it out. It is distinctly sweet. It shouldn't come as a surprise. That tastes like pound cake. Sugary and dense. It is very dry and sort of pulls the moisture out of your mouth. It has a little bit of a toasty flavor, a little bit buttery, maybe ever so slightly vanilled. It's delightfully sugary, and that's really what you look for in a dessert. This is a true ration dessert item, and it was a very large portion. I almost forgot, but we still have chocolate ball to check out. They look almost like a chocolate-coated raisin. Actually, it's more like a pack full of brown M&Ms. We have a candy-coated outside with a chocolate interior, and there's a little bit of some kind of fat on the outside of a few of them. The shell on this one is sort of cracked and fissured, revealing the chocolatey inside. Let's grab a couple of those and toss them back. Very crunchy. The shell on those is thicker than an M&M. The flavor of the chocolate is completely different as well. It's a far sweeter milk chocolate, and I think the sweetness of the chocolate is sort of compounded by the sweetness of the candy shell. These are a quite nice candy addition, and if they are anything like M&Ms, I suppose they'll melt in the mouth instead of in the hand. Let's get one final combo bite here of chocolate and pound cake together. That was a little bit fiddly, but a really nice combination. The chocolate goes really good with the mild pound cake. And that about does it for our South Korean MRE. This was one of the most unique meal ready-to-eat experiences I've ever had here on the channel. I'm so glad I had the opportunity to try this one out, and I'm gonna be dreaming about that kimchi for years to come. I want to extend a huge thank you to you guys for checking the video out. If you enjoyed the review, don't forget to hit the thumbs up to help it out with the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my future military ration review content. Let me know what you thought about the review down in the comments, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See you then. Peace.